Hey, welcome. This is Jeff Usner, and welcome to this week's episode of Profit Hub TV. This week's episode, we're going to focus on something that's kind of the theme of this week if you're watching it this week. And if you're not watching it on Thanksgiving week, then that's okay too. The theme is Thanksgiving. And what I wanted to talk about as I was reflecting on what to talk about this week in Profit Hub is the importance of being grateful, obviously, for what you have in your life, but when you apply it into your business, how it can actually help you expand your business. And here's what I mean by that. If you look at what you've done this year in your business, whether you just got started in a business, whether you just got a website up, whether you just decided to get going and you're just actually still putting ideas together, or maybe you've made your first $1,000 or $100,000 or $1 million, whatever it is, there are things that have happened in your business that have been a positive thing. So for me, for example, I've written a book this year. I've started some new companies, started some new offers, things like that. But for you and your business, just to look at what has worked in your business this year. What is something that's a positive? In other words, what are you grateful for? Identifying that. But then on a business standpoint, how do you then expand upon that moving forward? So the rest of 2012 going into 2013, if you found something, for example, that has worked, you found an advertisement on Facebook, you found an advertisement on Bing or Google that's actually worked, or you have a landing page that's working, or you've hired an article writer that is doing a great job, or you've hired an incredible video person like Matt, who's standing here this year. So those things that I'm grateful for, how can I expand upon that? In other words, how can those are assets. Those are things that I have going for me now that I didn't have going for me last year at this time. So looking at those things, how do I expand upon them? So the first thing in this week's episode, I want you to list out at least 3 things. In fact, start with 3. Did I put up 3? You ever see the Butt Week video from Saturday Night Live? He goes, ties, fee times with me. Okay, anyway, a little off track. You gotta watch that focus video. What was I just talking about, Matt? Matt's just happy. I'm joking. So to list out the top 3 things that you're grateful for in your business this year. And it might just be something that you've learned. It might be something you've actually implemented. But look at what are the 3 things that have worked the most for you this year, that you're most grateful for. And then what I want you to do is then list out 3 items for each of those 3, so that you're going to have 9 things, on how can you expand upon that positive thing that's going on in your life. In other words, okay, list out the 3 things you're grateful for this year so far in your business. You could do this for any area of your life, but let's just focus on business right now. What are those 3 things that you're thankful for that have worked? Because a lot of times there's a lot of stuff that doesn't work and we get overwhelmed with that. Let's focus on what works, what we're grateful for. And then I want you to take the next step, which is for each one of those 3 items, list out 3 ways that you can expand upon that. 3 ways that you can take advantage of and use that asset, use that positive, whatever it is in your business, to grow your companies in the end of 2012 and throughout 2013. This is actually an exercise I've been going through myself, is reflecting on what's worked this year, what hasn't worked, and then how do we expand upon what has worked. It's a key question that we really need to do in our businesses. Really, I used to do this every Saturday every Saturday night. I've gotten out of the habit now to where I haven't been doing it as much, but to reflect on exactly what's working and then how to expand upon that. So that's this week's Profit Hub episode. It's short, it's sweet, but it's something I want you to take action on. It's a week to be thankful. Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this during Thanksgiving week. And go list those 3 items, again, that you're thankful for. 3 items that you're thankful for. And then I want you to list out 3 ways that you can expand upon that or grow that. So example, if you've found an incredible video guy or an article writer or something like that, how can you work with that asset, with that person more in this next year, in this next months to come, to increase what you're doing in your business. So that's Profit Hub TV this week. Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this Thanksgiving week, and I'll see you on next week's video. Thanks a lot.